Hey there, welcome to kitchennetz.ca. So today I'm going to be talking about a lot of things, a lot of different types of range hoods and different options and different aspects of installing a range hood in your home. So if you're interested in one specific section and not the entire video, what we'll do is we'll have all of the different sections listed down here. If you have your annotations turned on, all you need to do is just click on the one that you like to view, and that will take you to the section of the video that you're most interested in. The most important role in kitchen ventilation is to ensure that it removes all greasy, steamy, and smoky gaseous byproducts that are just laying around in your kitchen. There are many good safety reasons why you need to have a good range hood in your home. So, for example, when you have a nice range hood, it'll collect all the dangerous fumes and take those away from the rest of your home, as well as taking all grease and smoke and collecting any smells that might go lingering around your home. Now, when you have a nice range hood that collects all that grease, it saves you hours of cleaning time, as well as extending the period between repainting, and actually gives you a cleaner and fresher kitchen that you can enjoy every day. When you have a nice range hood, it'll protect your home as well as add value to it. Now, what exactly is a professional range hood? You might ask. That's a common question. A professional range hood is a range hood that's been made heavy duty and is designed for residential use. Now, it's not a commercial range hood because those two are a little bit different. So, when you have a professional range hood, it's usually used for heavy cooking as well as gas stoves. And they're equipped with a larger body. You've got heavy gauge stainless steel, baffle filters, larger blowers, as well as very powerful lighting. Now, whether you're a first time buyer or you've bought a range hood before, you might be wondering, how powerful do I want my range hood to be, right? Well, usually the bigger the blower, the better the range hood. That being said, when you have, it depends on the stove that you have. If you have a gas stove, usually you need a stronger range hood for that because of the additional carbon monoxide that's burned in the cooking process. And the rule of thumb in general is that you want to have 100 BTU, or for every 100 BTU, you want to have 1 CFM. So let's say that your stove, you have 60,000 BTU. You need a motor with 600 CFM at least to work together with that. Now, keep in mind when you are purchasing a range hood, a lot of the cities will have restrictions on how powerful your blower can be. So you want to keep that in mind. You want to check with your city because sometimes what happens is your blower is too powerful, and then that creates problems, and you have to add makeup. You have to give makeup air because you've consumed so much from your blower. It can be a very complicated process, so it's important to check with your city inspector for any restrictions before you purchase one of these hoods. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the sizing of hoods, what kind of size you should get depending on your situation. In general, what happens is customers will just purchase a 30-inch wall mount hood for a 30-inch stove. And that's fine. When it's a wall mount, it's totally fine to purchase the same size as your stove because you have the wall which will guide up any steam coming up. Now, when you have an island and you're looking for an island type of hood, you'll likely want to go, and we recommend this, to go one size bigger. So instead of buying a 30 inch for a 30 inch, you want to buy a 36-inch hood for a 30-inch stove. So about 6 inches bigger than the stove size. Now, the reason we recommend this is, and also you want to make sure you have the room before you make that purchase, but the reason we recommend this is that when your hood is bigger than the island that you have, it'll actually make sure that it collects all of the steam that comes up. If you have the same sizes, when you put 4 burners on and you have water on all 4 and you're cooking on all 4, it's not going to be good enough, and it's not going to collect all the steam. A lot of steam will be escaping through the sides. So that's the main reason why we recommend having a larger size. Another thing to keep in mind is the depth of your hood. So when you're purchasing a hood, if you're looking for something deeper, generally the hoods will come with 20 inches. So they'll be 20 inches deep from the wall. And if you're buying a hood that's a professional grade range hood, those come out about 22 inches or 24 inches. So if you're looking for something to cover a larger stove, it's better to go with a professional range hood rather than just a regular one. The most commonly used size ducting is about 6 inches currently. And for larger CFM blowers, it's about 7 inches or 8 inches, and for smaller blowers, it's 5 inches minimum. Now, 4-inch ducts are no longer used in kitchen exhaust fans. Another thing to keep in mind is when you're installing a hood in your home and you've got a 6-inch duct connector, you want to make sure that the duct that you get is 6 inches. Same goes if you have an 8-inch duct connector, you want to get an 8-inch duct. If you get anything smaller for an 8-inch, like a 6-inch or a 7-inch, that'll actually reduce the suction of that hood and it won't perform as well, and you might actually experience some vibrations in there as well. So for example, let's say you're doing a kitchen retrofit and you discover that you have a 4-inch duct or a 5-inch duct and the hood that you're using requires a 6-inch duct. You want to make sure you upgrade to that 6-inch duct, because otherwise it won't perform as well as you want it to. Now, even very powerful blowers will not perform as well as they can if the ducting is undersized. Please do not underestimate the sizing of the duct, because that's usually as important as the quality of your range hood. Now, there are a few general types of range hoods that are ready to install, and today I'll be examining each one of those, talking about their features and some optional features as well. Island hoods are used to remove heat, smoke, and grease. Freestanding hoods are used over cooking equipment where no walls exist. This type of range hood is attached directly to the ceiling. Most island hoods we carry will cover standard ceiling heights of up to 9 feet. We also do have extensions for some island hoods for up to 12 feet ceilings. Positioning the hood over the cooking surface would be the most efficient way to exhaust the fumes. Large, stylish, and professional in appearance, wall mount range hoods continue to gain popularity amongst homeowners. Often installed on exterior walls when a cabinet isn't available, wall mount range hoods resemble an upside down chimney in appearance. Stainless steel finishes are common on wall mount range hoods, and wall mount range hood models are considered the most stylish of all types. The size of the wall hood compared to the stove size should be the same size or larger. You would need a cabinet to support this type of hood, usually mounted under a wall cabinet and attached to an exterior wall. The most common duct size for this hood is about 5 inches to 8 inches. These hoods are mainly top vented, but some come with back venting options. Some under cabinet hoods, like the model Victory Elite, are more powerful than many wall mount hoods because they come with double blowers. You will require this type of hood if you do not want your fan to be visible. Only the bottom plate is visible. Also, if you have a wooden or metal hood with an opening in the middle for the built-in exhaust fan. If you already have a wooden hood, be sure to cover all exposed wood with metal liner for fire separation. If you have to insert this hood over a gas cooktop, a minimum of 30-inch distance is required from any combustible materials. Please check with your fire safety inspector. For complete range hood installation, you will need to insert the blower and liner. Duct size is determined by the blower chosen. Always purchase the insert and the liner first before you start building your wooden hood. It can be a lot easier for the cabinet company to make a perfect fit. Examples of built-in inserts are Q530, PS19, as well as E70. Please check our built-in section on our website for further information. Combo units are good for saving space, but generally they're not recommended. The reason for this is that the microwave usually takes up most of the space, and you're only left with a limited amount of space for the actual CFM blower and the hood itself. So what happens is, if you have a gas stove, the CFM will not be powerful enough, and for that reason it is not recommended. Downdraft hoods are another type of hood that should be avoided. Now, a lot of people might use a downdraft hood instead of an island hood, but years of experience have shown that downdraft hoods are not very efficient and therefore should be avoided. Now, when you're installing a new range hood in your home, you have two options for venting. You can either duct through the outside and the air escapes there, or what you can do is you can recirculate the air in your kitchen. Now, if you do choose to recirculate the air, you'll need to purchase a charcoal filter kit. And you can do that on our website under the accessories section. And what happens is those charcoal filters will capture any grease and smell that comes from cooking. Now, keep in mind that this doesn't make your hood maintenance free, because every 3 to 6 months you'll actually have to change those charcoal filters because they're not washable. They're just for one-time use for that period of time. And they actually go behind your aluminum filter, so they're just an addition to your hood. Another thing to keep in mind is if you do have the option to circulate the air and take it out of your home, duct through the outside, we do recommend that you do that, because even though it might make your home a little cooler because the air is coming out at such a fast rate, it is easier to do and saves you some money because you don't have to pay for those charcoal filters. All range hoods have a filter to trap oil and grease from cooking. Most have reusable metal mesh filters that will go in the dishwasher. Because the filters are quite large, they are not easy to wash in a standard sink. Aluminum mesh filters are the most common replaceable filters, usually costing about $15. You will find these on our website under the accessories section. Most of the time these filters are horizontal, collecting the oil on the surface, which causes the color of the filter to change to gray or brown color. Baffle filters are the best range hood filters on the market today. They're replaceable filters, and in 99% of the cases they keep their shiny look and good performance for many years. Usually made of the same stainless steel material as the range hoods themselves. In many cases, the baffle filters come with a grease trap as well, and the filters are sloped towards the back of the hood, so any collected grease and moisture will drip into the grease collector at the back. Customers should clean the baffle filters and the grease collector once a month or every 30 hours of operation. Charcoal filters are needed for applications without a duct or non-vented hoods. Now these filters are non-replaceable and for one-time use only. They must be changed every 4 months for proper range hood performance. Efficiency is not necessarily related to the number of motors in your hood. Some one-fan models will actually outperform smaller two-fan models. Fans can get quite noisy when they're put on the highest power level. So if you're looking for something quieter, make sure that you purchase a model that has the most speeds possible for a quieter option. Another thing to keep in mind is usually noise will increase with performance. So the more powerful the hood is and the higher the level of power you're using, the more noisy the hood will get. So there are two types of different noises. There is air noise, which is the air passing through the duct, and then there's mechanical noise. So those two noises make up the noise that comes from your fan when you turn it on. If you're looking for a fan that's really quiet, what you want to do is get a fan that's really powerful and has lots of power options, and then you want to use the biggest size duct possible to reduce any friction noise there. So if you have a hood that's really powerful, and let's say you have 6 different options for power level and you put it on level 1, just because the hood is powerful, it'll still perform very well on level 1 at a quiet noise level. And then when you have a big duct, that'll reduce the friction, so air going through, that'll also reduce the noise. So that's what we recommend if you're looking for a hood that's very, very quiet. LED GU10, G4, or MR16. A good range hood will provide enough light over the cooktop for you to see into the pots. Many models use two 35-watt GU10 bulbs, which many cooks will find adequate, but the lifetime of the bulbs is not long. Many of the more expensive range hoods provide much better lighting with the new LED lighting. LED lights provide the best lighting for range hoods and can be dimmable as well. Usually, they have the same light output using only 5 watts and the lifetime is 25 times longer than regular Gu10 bulbs, which come installed as standard in many hoods today. Most of our range hoods come with a power cord and a plug. To connect the hood, you would need to have a 110-volt regular receptacle installed into the cabinet or behind the chimney cover. Please consult with a certified electrician for local electrical code requirements before installation. Range hoods are not maintenance free. You need to remove and wash aluminum filters in the sink, baffle filters in the dishwasher, and clean the body of the hood, as well as occasionally change a light bulb. You should be able to perform most of these tasks easily. For all recirculation hoods, you would need to change the carbon filters once every 3 to 6 months. There are two types of range hood controls, electrical and mechanical. It's pretty standard for hoods to have their controls in an easy access position on the front of the hood. The most reliable by far are the mechanical rotary type switches. That's why they are installed in all of our Twister, Twister Max, and Elite models. Some of our hoods come with touch sensitive controls, and those are easy to use and give you some extra features such as a delay shut-off timer. A minimum of 24 inches clear space must be present between the stove and the range hood. For best performance and easy operation, we recommend that all hoods be installed 28 to 30 inches above the stove. Reducing this distance will make hood operation difficult, and increasing it to more than 30 inches will reduce the efficiency. So you've got your hood all set up and you've got the ducting system and it's all air is coming out of there. But another thing to keep in mind is air can also just as easily come back into your home. So in order to prevent cold air from coming back into your home, what you need to do is get one of these backdraft dampers. Now this backdraft damper here is the 8-inch. You can also get these in 10 inches, 6 inches, 5 inches, and 4 inches. You can go on our website, go to the accessories section, and you can purchase one from there. Now once you have this and you're ready to install it, you want to just make sure it's the right way, and then the flaps, it has these two flaps here and they go in. So once air is coming out, it'll go right through here and go out of your home, and then any cold air that tries to come back in will be stuck because there's no way that it will go back through this way because these flaps are closed. What you should make sure is that once you have these, make sure the flaps actually close properly. There's no obstructions, there's no grease or anything blocking the way of it closing. So occasionally you just want to make sure that those stay closed. Another thing to keep in mind is that if you already have one of these installed in the outside of your home, you won't need to install the one from the inside. So what happens is sometimes people will install more than one, and that actually reduces the suction of your hood. So you want to make sure to check the outside. If there's one of these there, don't put the one from the box. Even if it comes in the box, you don't have to use it. Another thing to keep in mind is that when you are installing this, you want to make sure to seal the duct in properly with aluminum tape. The most popular range hoods today are made of a brushed stainless steel material. To clean the stainless steel and remove fingerprints, you will need to use a stainless steel cleaner, which is available at all major department stores. When cleaning stainless steel, always follow the grain of the material. For most hoods, the grain runs from left to right. You could also use a solvent-based thinner similar to a nail polish remover if stainless steel cleaners are not available in your area. All island and wall mount type range hoods come with two adjustable chimney covers, a lower one and an upper one, to accommodate ceiling heights in most cases from 8 feet to 9 feet tall. Before you buy a wall mount or an island type range hood, you must check your ceiling height, measuring the distance from the ceiling to the floor to find out if the chimney covers are tall enough to cover your ceiling. In order to check if the hood that you would like to purchase will cover your ceiling height, you need to do a simple calculation. Your ceiling height, 96 inches in many cases, minus the stovetop height, which is generally 36 inches, minus your desired distance from the hood to the stove, which is very often 28 inches. Now this will give you the height of the hood itself. In our case, that would be 32 inches. On our website, you'd be able to find the links with dimensions of each wall mount or island type hood. If you are not sure or can't find the dimensions link, give us a call to confirm the size of the hood covers and the body itself. When you measure your ceiling height, there are three scenarios. 1. Your ceiling is less than 8 feet tall, which means that in that case, cutting of the covers is most likely required. 2. Your ceiling is between 8 and 9 feet tall, which means that most hoods will fit, but please still double check all dimensions again, just to be sure. And 3. Your ceiling is more than 9 feet tall. In this case, most of the hoods will not fit and you will need to purchase an additional extension cover. There are options for extensions of up to 12 feet ceilings. Please consult with your support team about what type and how tall of an extension you will need. Again, please check the dimensions on our website to be 100% sure that the hood you would like will fit your ceiling height. If you are not sure how to measure these distances, please give us a call. Our support team will help you out. Hey there, welcome to kitchenhoods.ca. So today I'm going to be talking about a lot of things, a lot of different types of range hoods and different options and different aspects of installing a range hood in your home. So if you're interested in one specific section and not the entire video, what we'll do is we'll have all of the different sections listed down here. If you have your annotations turned on, all you need to do is just click on the one that you like to view, and that will take you to the section of the video that you're most interested in. The most important role in kitchen ventilation is to ensure that it removes all greasy, steamy, and smoky gaseous byproducts that are just laying around in your kitchen. There are many good safety reasons why you need to have a good range hood in your home. So, for example, when you have a nice range hood, it'll collect all the dangerous fumes and take those away from the rest of your home, as well as taking all grease and smoke and collecting any smells that might go lingering around your home. And when you have a nice range hood that collects all that grease, it saves you hours of cleaning time, as well as extending the period between repainting, and actually gives you a cleaner and fresher kitchen that you can enjoy every day. When you have a nice range hood, it'll protect your home as well as add value to it. Now, what exactly is a professional range hood? You might ask. That's a common question. A professional range hood is a range hood that's been made heavy duty and is designed for residential use.